clocked up more time. That's it. He's clocked up more time in there. Skill-wise and movement-wise, it's pretty similar, I feel.
I'm going to go in there and put paws on him. You know, I want to make him wish that he didn't come back.
I seen the little pity-pat Mickey Mouse Club training. It looks like a teen amateur fucking... It's not on the level. It's not going to cut it for the ferocity that will be before him in the octagon.
The bad part for him is he's fighting me. He got to see me from the octagon. You know, there's a lot of guys that he could have chose. He chose the wrong one.
As the clock ticks down on this wildly anticipated sequel, Max Holloway and Conor McGregor are trading intense verbal jabs. The infamous Irishman recently told the press that his preparation for this specific return has been underway for quite some time, to guarantee he is completely primed for the challenge. The Notorious has subjected himself to a grueling and highly confidential training regimen behind closed doors.
Beautiful day here in Las Vegas. This is the day the Lord has made, and I will be glad and rejoice in it. It's great to be back. Weights on point, body's on point, mind sharper than ever. Plan is laid set, and we're ready to go to war.
Expressing deep gratitude toward his unwavering supporters, the Dublin native noted that reaching a newfound level of personal peace has unlocked his ultimate potential. He further claimed that a jaw-dropping comeback was always part of his master plan, and the global audience is about to witness that vision become a reality.
Yeah, that's exactly it. I appreciate it so much. I'm in such a state of happiness, and I'm very content and thankful to be back and to be here at this juncture, ready to go. Everything's been stellar in camp. I'm so happy, brother. Thank you so much. It's been an incredible journey, and you know, we predicted it. You know, as you said, the Notorious documentary was one way back. We were doing this. There's a camera been rocking around me for a minute. You know, we've done some great. We've done a 6-part series on Ireland's national broadcaster. Then we done a 1-hour special. Then we done the movie. Then we done the other movie. And now we've got this next one. This comeback has been documented also. So it's been a great journey, and you know, it's always great to share it with the fans, whom I appreciate so much so for their...
Judging by the brief workout snippets leaked across social media, the former double champion genuinely matches the boundless enthusiasm he projects on the microphone. Both his striking mechanics and overall footwork look incredibly sharp and dangerous, suggesting he truly possesses the necessary tools to walk away with a triumphant victory. On the opposite side of the fence, the Hawaiian superstar looks equally prepared for war, believing his jump to the welterweight limit provides a distinct edge. By trading blows in the gym with high-level contenders such as Jack Della Maddalena, Blessed is aggressively sharpening his tactical approach to handle a devastating striker of McGregor's caliber.
I mean, 45, you can't even compare it, right? 55, I always talked about how it's been great, been better, it's been awesome. 170, oh my gosh. It's just performance up here, so I love it. I feel good. Strength, cardio, movement, everything that you said, I feel great. I know you guys have been following me on media and seeing what I've been doing. We bring in the former 170 champion, Jack Della. Had great looks, had great training. We was only supposed to train together for a week. We loved it so much, he ended up staying for a second week, and I think so bringing him in was huge, you know. It was good fun, and we'll get to find out Saturday night. It's gonna be fun.
Brushing off the endless chatter regarding his opponent's newly acquired muscle mass, the former featherweight king laughed off the idea that physical dimensions would dictate the fight. He confidently declared that extra bulk means absolutely nothing inside the cage, emphasizing that his own body has perfectly acclimated to the heavier division.
Brother, I'll fight Daniel Cormier tomorrow at heavyweight, and it's super heavyweight. He can't even make the heavyweight limit, and he's not going to be a favorite over me. There's no way.
Observing the transparent footage from his preparation period, the BMF title holder displays remarkable agility despite putting on the extra pounds. The sheer velocity behind his combinations is undeniable, and bringing in heavy-handed training partners has clearly helped him simulate the intense pressure of battling a much larger knockout-focused adversary under those arena lights.
factor. We want to make sure that he can move in and out, move side to side, and make sure his ground contact.
Unfazed by his rival's gym footage, the outspoken Irishman openly ridiculed the Hawaiian's preparation, dismissing those sparring rounds with Della Maddalena as child's play for a war neither man can truly fathom. McGregor promised that when the cage door locks, all that gym work will crumble against the overwhelming violence and dynamic striking weapons he brings to the table.
What are your thoughts on him choosing JDM as a training partner to emulate you?
That's not going to cut it. Not bad choice. Why not? I seen the little Pitty Pat Mickey Mouse Club training. It looks like a teen amateur fucking. It's not on the level. It's not going to cut it for the ferocity that will be before him in the octagon, as well as the array of weaponry. So there you go. Both can get it.
Detailing his strategic intentions, the Mac Life founder eagerly anticipated an intense stylistic clash where he plans to smother his opponent and force him into highly compromising positions. Radiating pure self-assurance, the polarizing superstar reiterated his vow to silence every single doubter who questioned his current skill level.
You know, I plan to contort Max's body into such uncomfortable positions and have my way with him. That's it. Max is a great dance partner, if you will, a great opponent. He's a deep body of work inside the octagon, fought many a man. It's a great opponent, great event, great fight week, great international fight week. I'm very, very happy here.
Conor.
Taking the hostility a step further, the former lightweight champion labeled his foe as the exact same basic competitor he defeated over a decade prior. He claimed to have heavily scrutinized the Hawaiian's recent championship runs, identifying glaring technical vulnerabilities that are prime targets for devastation in their upcoming scrap.
Yeah, I've analysed this boy very meticulously, very deeply, and I'm fully prepared. I'm excited to maneuver my way through him. That's it. I have loads of tells. I see loads of tells. Loads of opening. And also, I'll stand in there with this boy. I'll stand in there with this boy and let go. So I'm confident all across the board. Clocked up more time. That's it. He's clocked up more time in there. Skill-wise and movement-wise, it's pretty similar, I feel. You know, you could even say there's been a... I won't even say anything about a regression. I see him as the same. You know, yes, Holloway fought Volkanovski 3 times. I watched some of the bouts. I watched the bouts at the time, and then I watched the most recent one only the other day. You know, I've taken some good things from it for sure. So there you go. Two good fighters. 2 lesser fighters to the Mac.
Completely ignoring the psychological warfare, Blessed promised to shatter that inflated ego by outclassing the Irish sensation entirely on the feet. Interestingly, while the fan-favorite brawler expects to handily dispatch his rival, he openly welcomed the idea of a trilogy clash down the line to permanently conclude their historic rivalry.
I'm going to go in there and put pause on him. You know, I'm going to make him wish that he didn't come back. Actually, no, I'm not going to make him wish that. I'm going to make him think that he can do it one more time so we can rematch it.
Doubling down on the aggression, the proud Hawaiian highlighted that while his opponent had his pick of the roster, picking the division's deadliest striker was a massive miscalculation. He assured fans that 0 amounts of secret training or extended healing periods can save his adversary, vowing to expose the trash talker and cement his own championship legacy.
I mean, like he said, he got to recover. He got recovery. You know, a lot of us go into these fights fighting all the time, banged up most of the time, and then we get little recovery and then we got to turn back around, you know. So at the end of the day, I can see where he's coming from. The bad part for him is he's fighting me. He got to see me from the octagon, you know. There's a lot of guys that he could have chose. He chose the wrong one.
Pivoting to the constant speculation surrounding his motivation to return, the biggest draw in combat sports furiously defended his burning love for mixed martial arts. He declared an absolute willingness to lay everything on the line for this specific matchup, promising spectators a masterful showcase of competitive martial arts brilliance.
You know, if I didn't have the fire or the hunger, yet I'm up against one of the most active bodies in the fight game, in Max Holloway. You know, I just think it's silly to say this. You know, the challenge is colossal. It is a colossal challenge ahead of me that I am entering with supreme confidence. It's magnificent. The fire is in my belly roaring and is about to be released on Saturday night. I've practiced abstaining also in this camp. It's the first time I've ever done it from any type of physical touch, if you will. And that's been intense. I'm excited to see what it brings on Saturday night. We're going to have a good night Saturday, all across the board.
While the fiery European mostly showcases a much calmer demeanor than his wildly chaotic earlier years, flashes of his vintage arrogance still bleed through. In a recent sit-down, he voiced intense frustration over being omitted from the mythical pound-for-pound discussions, arguing that his legendary resume and unparalleled drawing power automatically qualify him as the ultimate pioneer of the promotion.
There is an argument on this greatest featherweight of all time conversation. And I'm excited to get in and showcase who really is the greatest featherweight of all time. I go on my career and you listen to this, that these men are better than me in the featherweight division, even though I beat them. So, you know, that was motivation for me in the camp, fuel for me in this camp.
Broadcasting his massive long-term goals, the recovering superstar boldly declared that his extended hiatus hasn't shrunk his ambitions one bit. His ultimate objective remains capturing a historic third divisional belt to immortalize a resume nobody could ever duplicate, noting that he stands alone as the solitary promotional icon who simultaneously achieved global dominance while elevating his home nation.
Any thought, Conor, first triple champ?
Yeah, for sure it's an aspiration. For sure it's a goal. The original double champion, the original champ, attesting the triple crown and winning is glory.
I know you recently talked about kind of being a bit peeved that people don't, talk about you enough in that GOAT conversation. If you're the first, triple champ, I mean, hard not to put Conor McGregor in that conversation at that point, right?
Boom, boom. Hey, who's the last one left? The last man standing. And the last man standing who's put their country's flag on the UFC belt. 8 of us have done so, and I'm the only one left. You know, the game goes on, and I'm confident in my ability to reach that.
Echoing those massive career aspirations, the current BMF title holder insisted that beyond this immediate grudge match, he fully intends to hunt down several other massive legacy-defining matchups. Pushing back against critics who suggest his chin and prime are fading, he firmly guaranteed that his physical prime is far from over, projecting at least half a dozen massive blockbuster main events left in his tank.
Shit, I need 6 more, yeah. So, looks like you guys are gonna see me for 6 more, probably. I understand what you're saying, I couldn't tell you, but that's the things that I want, I didn't, like you said, I know there's records out there that I want. I guess I didn't even think about them, so you just made me change my mind. I'm not chasing no moment. I want Sports Center top 10. Maybe we get the number 1.
Peeling back the curtain on their camp, SBG Ireland mastermind John Kavanagh recently informed the media that contrary to viral internet rumors, his star pupil has been locked into serious preparation for roughly 12 months. The revered coach compared this current obsessive work ethic to the fighter's hungry early days, noting that such intense psychological focus results in phenomenal gym performances daily.
Literally moved in.
He literally moved in because, well, for him it's early, 11 a.m. So he can get up at 10:45. No, actually he's getting up earlier than that because, like I said, we're trying to make sure we did everything right for the last 6 months.
Why does he have to live there?
It was a certain mindset, a certain mindset that comes with that. You're in that environment from 6 a.m. The gym is loud and busy. So yeah, I just thought he was, a bit of a Rocky Tree moment,
Okay.
Go back, get the eye of the tiger.
Elaborating on those gym improvements, the legendary trainer marveled at a highly upgraded, remarkably disciplined iteration of his most famous athlete. He disclosed that over the past half year, the former 2-division king has maintained flawless physical conditioning, staying in perpetual fight-ready shape thanks to an incredibly rigid nutritional plan and unyielding daily grind.
It's done it the right way the last 6 months, and that's why you're going to see him and us all enjoying this week and being very, calm, like I said, and looking forward to Saturday night. And it will be spectacular and it will be great because I know how he's trained. I would say this last 6 months training and how he's approached it might be the hardest and most dedicated 6 months he's done since I've known him. I don't say that lightly.
Wow. Even Aldo, you know, all
just
those...
that the way he has been the last 6 months has been different.
Okay.
It really has. And y'all can say what you like, but they'll see. I believe you will see the result of that work Saturday night.
And you don't think it's just one and done?
Shifting toward professional forecasts, former middleweight champion Robert Whittaker highlighted the massive number of unknown factors hovering over this showdown. While acknowledging the Irishman's historic brilliance, the Reaper suspects that severe ring rust and questionable hunger could hand the advantage to the Hawaiian, who has spent those exact same years actively evolving against the absolute toughest contenders alive.
There's a lot of variables in this fight. I guess Conor hasn't been in the firefight for a long time. I don't know what sort of work he's been doing outside of the octagon, but I'm sure it's just not the same. If you're not in competition, it's not the same. So there's that factor, as well as like bouncing back from that leg break, bouncing back from things. It changes you. Time changes you. So there's that variable, and then there's also the look that Max is at 170. We haven't seen him at 170. He's a volume cardio sort of striker. So to see him at 170, where generally speaking, the higher the weight divisions, the less cardio, the less type like faster cardio, I guess, than like featherweight and whatnot. So it's hard to say. Like I'm
aligning perfectly with that analytical breakdown. Rising star Paddy Pimblett theorized that the returning southpaw absolutely must find a knockout in the opening stanzas to succeed. The popular Scouser reasoned that if the contest drags into deep waters, the notoriously durable Hawaiian will simply drown his tiring opponent, using the immense cage experience he's actively built up recently.
This is just another fight to me. You know what I mean? I'm back in Vegas fighting again. It's just a lot less pressure this time because all the pressure's on Conor. You know what I mean? And he's got more media than anyone, and I've normally got the most media. So yeah, it's just another fight, and you never know. I think if Conor wins, it'll have to be in the first 2 rounds. If it goes past there, Max will probably take over.
Offering a stylistic dissection, bantamweight sensation Sean O'Malley predicts we will see the trademark wide, bouncing martial arts stance from the Irishman early on, completely abandoning any grappling intentions. Shuga suspects the trap will be set to draw out the Hawaiian's power hand, attempting to land a devastating counter shot in those fresh opening minutes to abruptly end the night.
His game plan is to go in there and wrestle. And that's my opinion. You know what I mean? Will he go for one little maybe takedown just to kind of keep him guessing? Maybe, but I don't think so. I think he's a little not worried about gassing out, but that's in the back of your mind when you're going to these 5-round fights. He's been out for 5 years. Am I going to go out there and try to wrestle the most tiring goddamn thing in the sport? Probably not. He's going to go out there. This is what Conor McGregor does best. He comes out there. He's going to come out in his karate stance where he had the most success in his UFC career. He's not going to come out there and fucking try to box like he did against Dustin Poirier, get his calf kicked. No way. He's going to come out there like Conor does. He's going to come out there with his confidence. That's where he's most dangerous. He comes out there long and confident. He's going to throw his little teep kick. He might even throw a couple wheel kicks. The most dangerous thing about Conor McGregor is his confidence. He's going to back you down. And he's going to try to pull out Max Holloway's right hand.
Ultimately committing to a final pick, the colorful bantamweight admitted his heart roots for a triumphant McGregor return, but his brain definitively selects the current BMF title holder. He argued that despite emptying the clip early, the combination of a massive layoff and dragging excess muscle mass will backfire horribly, leaving the exhausting superstar vulnerable to a historically merciless volume-striking clinic.
I feel like if Conor wins, it's gonna be a magical moment. It needs to be the universe, the stars aligning, and Conor lands that fucking left hand that is so powerful. Conor, I don't know, I hate to say it. My heart's telling me Conor McGregor, my mind's telling me Max Holloway goes in there, maybe gets cracked early, but at 170, I don't know if he's going to be able to get put away. Conor's going to land those big shots. Conor's going to land that left hand. He's going to land a left hand. Does it?
Echoing similar sentiments, veteran analyst Chael Sonnen bluntly proclaimed that an immediate violent knockout remains the sole viable path to victory for the returning veteran. emphasizing that engaging in a grueling cardio battle is completely off the table after such an extensive vacation. The American gangster noted that while phenomenal power always provides a sliver of hope, the variables make this an insanely tough puzzle to confidently solve.
I can't see a way for Conor to get the jump on Max. I'm trying to make one. I can tell you a whole lot of things that he can't do. I can tell you a whole bunch of things that Conor cannot do. But I'm trying to find the one thing that he can. I mean, I would tell you as clearly as I know how to stake a reputation. He cannot win a decision. I'm not telling you that he won't. It's very different words. I'm not saying to you Conor McGregor won't win if it goes to a decision. I'm telling you he can't. It's very different. I'm telling you he can't submit Max. I'm telling you he can't round and pound for positional scorecard victory of rounds, Max.
Exploring the later rounds, the outspoken pundit visualized the Hawaiian attempting his legendary center of the octagon brawl fest as the final horn approaches. However, Sonnen heavily suspects the cage-savvy Dubliner possesses far too much combat intelligence to blindly accept that dangerous invitation, likely preparing a slick, evasive maneuver to avoid getting caught in that iconic trap.
You know, draw the line. What's that thing that Max does where he points down? And Max is known to do that in the last 30 seconds of a fight, last 30 seconds of the last round of a fight. This fight's not going to see the last 30 seconds of any round aside from potentially the first. No chance. No chance. For a magnitude of reasons. But Conor would be seduced by that. Conor would have a response for that. And Conor's smarter than everybody else. So are your only two options that you either oblige or you don't? No, but that's how we see it. He's a smarter, more calculated entertainer.
With all the intense trash talk and conflicting predictions laid out, how do you see this monumental collision finally playing out? Will the polarizing European powerhouse manage to shock the globe with a cinematic finish, or is the relentless Islander destined to drown another legend? Drop your official fight predictions down in the comments section, and don't forget to smash that like button and subscribe for daily combat sports breakdowns.